What's up, cool people? Welcome to more of a first impressions video this time, instead of a full-blown, like, game review. So this is going to be Dungeon Drafters. Presumably another, like, card-based game. This one is also a demo. But, might still give us a sense of things. There's a tutorial here, too. I probably should do that. Especially since I haven't played it before. I don't really care much about all those settings. Everything seems fine as is. Okay. So let's check out the tutorial, because that's what you would do when first starting a game. The world of Four Corners is a land of adventure where magic is cards, and cards are magic. It was created from a formless world by the powers of the four archetypes. Born from the many people's prayers and wishes while drifting in this land without form, the four embodied powerful magics that fulfilled those desires. Okay, that was a weird sentence structure there, but whatever. The traveler journeyed through the lands, guiding many peoples, while the raider destroyed the forces of nothing that impeded the world from taking form. The warden built the world and vowed to protect it, while the oracle taught its people, instilling in them a desire for learning and growth. The 12 saints, followers of the four archetypes, encoded their creators' powers in cards capable of harnessing their magic. The world found prosperity. Until a fifth appeared. This false archetype, born of envy, the stranger, sought to undo the world and return it to formless chaos. The four archetypes, alongside their 12 saints, waged war against the stranger to protect their newly built world. Yet they could not defeat it. They managed only to seal it, along with its chaotic and corrupting magic, through the sacrifice of the four archetypes. Thus the world moved on, with the legacy of the four living on in the powers encoded in their magic cards, towards a new era of prosperity. Seems to be a pretty common trope of, like, stealing something away, and then you eventually have to deal with it later. Anyway, until a young man traveled to a forgotten corner of the world of Four Corners, he found a tower, an undiscovered place of mystery, begging to be explored. There, the man unearthed the ancient seal of the stranger. The forbidden magic unseen for ages was unleashed anew, along with strange cards encoding its power. As the seal was broken, the magic of chaos and possibilities surged back into the world, opposing the stable rigidity and orderly harmony of the four archetypes. The peoples of the world sensed this dissonance, perceiving it as a direct threat to everyone's way of life and the very existence of the world of Four Corners. This is a lot of prologue reading. Anyway, in response, a crusade was summoned from all four corners of the world, driven by the words of an ancient prophecy. The stranger's influence must be sealed once more. It cannot be allowed to corrupt the world, lest it be returned to formless nothing. Thus, bold adventurers from across the land set forth for the Isle of Doom. There, at the heart of the isle and the center of the disturbances, sits the imposing tower, a nexus of corruption now threatening the entire world. Their calling is to raid that tower, stop whoever beckoned its malevolent magic, and return it to its ancient prison. Ah, hello, we have characters to select from. We got a mage. We got a brawler. And I guess you've got, like, colors associated with each one. Brawler famous for being the youngest champion of the battlegrounds. We got a monk. Speaks in riddles and is a student of an ancient tradition of card magic. We've got a bard. Which... Okay, I mean... I don't know if I really need to read all of these descriptions here. Got a shinobi type. And then we have an explorer. Experienced pathfinder who joined Acadian Adventures Guild young and traveled across the world. He's looking for new thrills and vistas. Honestly, I have no clue what any of the colors mean or how any of that works. I don't know why, I just kind of want to go with the Explorer. Big storms are brewing. And massive wave crashes the ship. Pretty, colorful game so far, like... Or I guess the vibrancy of the colors. There's major contrasts between the darker and lighter ones, and it's kind of stylized in that way. Movement and attacking. Use WASD to move around the map. Holding a directional button outside of combat will allow the character to move fast in that direction. Press E to advance. Press a directional button against a unit to execute a melee attack. It works both outside and inside of combat. Wait. Yes, I can smash the barrels. Not that I really need to, probably, but why not? That doesn't do anything. Okay. Actions in combat. During the player's turn, you can execute the following actions: move, melee attack, cast a card, and end the turn. Moving and executing melee attacks works the same as outside of combat, just press a directional button. To cast a card, click a card with the mouse button. To end a turn before executing all your actions, hold the cancel button or click the end turn button in the AP bar. So, if for some reason you don't want to use all your possible actions, that's what you do. Executing most actions will spend AP. When your AP reaches 0, your turn will end. Okay, so... Hold up, I should look at what these do. Bombing jump. Jump to target position and inflict 3 damage to any unit, exactly midway between start and finish. Stalactite. Summon a stalactite. Any unit under it, as it spawns, are hit for 2 damage and suffer crush. Another bombing jump. Fire a shot that pulls the caster to the impact point, then attack any unit at the impact point. Pounce. Jump on target enemy and inflict 1 damage for each AP. So, I'm kind of thinking if I do... Like, if I go over 1 more space and then cast that, Or can I not because of the stone being in the way? That kind of seems to be the case. Okay, never mind then. How do I back out of this? Okay, right-click backs out. Okay, how about this one? Hiya. Okay, they're slimes, so they only take 1 damage. Oh! Recast. I guess because it says recast, it happens more than once? Or maybe just as you keep defeating enemies? Immediately recast the card without spending AP on the previous cast. Precision. Oh, trigger the effects below if the attack kills a combat unit while inflicting direct damage. Okay. So the precision effect of killing the enemies means the recast happens. Nice. And now there's nothing that's going to happen from it, so I'll just, I guess, back out of it and... I still have AP, though. I guess that means there are more enemies. Aha! Combat loop. Combat flows in turns. First the player turn, then the enemy turn, then the neutral turn. After all units execute their turns, the combat will complete a round. During the player's turn, the player acts first, and then each ally acts in order from closest to the player to the furthest. During the enemy turn, enemies will act in an order defined by their distance from the player at the start of the round. Neutrals will follow the same turn order logic. You can press Overview F to check the turn order number of every unit. So if I press F right now... Okay. If you press and hold F, so this one will go first, then that one, that one, that one. Heal 1 plus heal 1 for each close enemy. That's not going to do anything right now. Okay. I'm thinking I will go up here. And then maybe I can use that. Nope, I can only go to one of these first two. Okay, never mind. How about this? Yeah. Hiya. Smack. Yeah, I guess what's unclear about this is where's the start and the finish. Because, like, if just anything being in your way forces that to be the end point, then there's kind of not really... It feels like it doesn't do much then. But, I don't know. Ooh. I could do this. Health fruit. And now it's the enemy turn. Ouch. Alright, I took 1 damage there. So I can, in this case, I can just move upward where the slime is and do a melee attack like that. Hold up, what's there now? Ah. It calls them shards. I'm guessing that's like the currency here. Yeah. I'm noting this says graveyard. Cards are discarded upon use or forced to be discarded. Cards in the graveyard cannot be recovered until the caster activates a Tome Saint Shrine or exhumes it. Okay. What does this do? I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that it heals. Jettison. Discard up to 2 target library cards and gain 1 AP for each card discarded. Hiya. Okay. That bit of fighting is over. But now we've got a new room. Effects. Certain cards and monster actions inflict effects. These diverse conditions persist for many turns and can be positive buffs or negative debuffs. When the player is affected by an effect, they draw an effect card. The effect card has rules and describes how that effect works on the player. An effect card is a card that can be cast like any other. When the player casts all cards with the same effect, that effect is removed from them. When you find cards that inflict effects, try to experiment with them on enemies and yourself. The results might be helpful in your adventures. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot that I could do on this turn in particular. This might be a terrible idea. Huh. So does that attack literally just go wherever I was? See, ranged. Okay. I'm getting a suggestion to see more info about its attack, but I don't see where it would say. I mean, yeah, it's a ranged attack, I get that, but what exactly determines where the ranged attack goes? Because it looks like it just aimed for the spot where I started my last turn. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna get rid of these slimes. And then go here. That's not where I started last turn either, so I don't know. Now I'm all kinds of confused. So, this might be a situation where I could actually use this card. Yeah. Let's give it a whirl and see what it looks like. Kaboom. I'm like, I could get this health fruit, but I really don't need to. Oh, yeah. My webcam is kind of covering up like a mini-map sort of thing. Looks like the next room might be like a boss room. Or just a battle. Maybe it's just a battle that I haven't done yet. Okay, monster actions. Some enemies may execute complex actions that are very precise and difficult to avoid. You can inspect any enemy by hovering the mouse on their position and check their actions. This will show their basic information and the actions they will execute. You can click on an enemy during your turn to check its actions more deeply. So we'll draw a danger zone of tiles the enemy may attack during its turn. Remember to always check enemies' actions in danger zones, and you will be prepared to avoid the worst. Oh, hello. This enemy's new. This false dragon. A water element monster that resembles an infantile dragon, but it is anything but. Spits potent water balls. Yeah, I'm noticing the health is ×2 there. Okay, so it could hop. But otherwise I still don't get to see any other details on its attack or anything like that. So that one's gonna go first. See, okay, that has Pursuit and Slime Bump. Ah, okay. That's how I get more details. Also, remember to break all crates and so on. Yeah. Haven't necessarily been doing that, because I wasn't sure if it did anything. The previous crates didn't give me anything. Okay, so as long as I'm out of that... As long as I'm out of that range, I shouldn't have to worry about getting hit by the Killer Blossom. And this one just shows Hop. So maybe it can't attack right now? Interesting. You know what? Yeah. I'm not even real sure what the root thing is doing right now. Ooh, hello. Inflict 1 damage in a small cross area. Poly hit, draw 5. Trigger the effects below if the card inflicts direct damage to 3 or more units. Jeez. Also, what is this? Inflict stun 1 to target mob. Passive. Block attacks from north. Start turn, discard single. Okay, so I can attack that. Right. Get out of the way of that. Okay. Tell you what, just so I can actually do multiple things here, potentially. Yeah, I looked at where the Killer Blossom is aiming. So, now if I go up here, then I can make a stalactite there. Alright. Only the false dragon left. Quick jump. Discard up to 1 card and gain 1 AP. Jump to target position. Yeah, up to. So what happens if I don't discard a card? Hold up. Discards a card from hand without casting. Also grant AP. Okay, but it's also like not letting me pick anywhere to move. Yeah, I'm thinking I have to discard first to actually be able to jump anywhere. So when it says discard up to 1 card, that seems like, well, you have to discard a card at least to actually have it do anything. Maybe I should discard the card that makes me discard other cards. But if I just click on myself, what happens? Oh, okay. So there's the choice to not discard. Gotcha. I think I might, well... Yeah, I guess I'll go there. Water spout. Okay. I'll hit him one more time. What does that do? Stalagmite. Any unit over it as it spawns are hit for 1 damage. Suffer stun 1 and crush. Anyway. Okay, be gone. Yeah, so far breaking all the crates and stuff doesn't really seem to do anything. Would be great if it did, but oh well. Hello. This looks like I get to maybe select some kind of bonus thing. This is where it gets a bit more roguelike. Mysterious shrine in honor of the Hearth Saint radiates a gentle and soothing warmth. Mysterious shrine in honor of the Tome Saint. The companion book rejoices at its presence. Ooh, hello. I'm getting something when I'm picking up all these book objects. Golden. Golden. +1 gemstones. Plus 350 shards. Plus another 250 shards. Another gemstone. Oh, I can go to both, I guess. Okay. I would have thought it would make me choose one or the other. Counters and death throws. Some enemies will counter whenever they are attacked. These actions always happen in response to damage or sometimes heal inflicted directly by other units. That's some weird grammar there. Counter whenever they're attacked. Okay. So basically these counters happen in response to taking damage. Well, it says, or sometimes heal in... I don't know. Other enemies will trigger a death throw when they are killed by damage. This is the last action done before they die. Yeah, that thing that it's showing there seems more like a death throw kind of situation. Learning to exploit or avoid enemies' counters and death throws is paramount for survival, so strategize accordingly. Keep track of every enemy's quirks. Do this one. Self-destruct. Unless it pursues. Denying palm. Attack and push 4 to target combat unit. But I guess that has to be immediately next to you. That makes sense. Read the information of this. Mindless and weak slime, common worldwide, that divides into smaller parts when killed. Okay. I feel like I kind of want to avoid the bomb beetle there. For now, I think I'm just gonna, I don't know, destroy that. Recoil, self, Direct damage inflicted to units will trigger any effects that respond to damage from... So, I could do that. And... I mean, that would at least get a hit. Oh. Maybe I should have done the stalagmite first. Poly hit. It has to hit more than 3 units. You know what? Yeah. Maybe? Or oh, I just select myself and then it shows that. And I think at this point I will just end that turn. Ow. I'm about to get exploded on, aren't I? Discard target library card and draw 1. But, okay. Let me do that. And then I can hop over here and push this guy. Hiya. Well, I thought I would push him, but I guess when he dies, he doesn't get pushed. Okay. Well, I got this thing to heal at least 1 damage. I've still got this card that could heal me later on. Hello. What is this? Ancient Shaman. Monster Shaman that venerates the ancients that inhabited Mistwood Isle. Can summon a beetle or blink away. I thought it was showing a description of that for a second, but I guess not. Yeah, I noticed the beetle spawning. Oh, maybe it was just that it was... There we go. Teleport. Executes a non-directional movement from one tile to another. This movement ignores any trap that redirects directional movement. And then summon beetle. I would like to not have to deal with any beetles being summoned. Oh yeah, so that's gonna hit that range there. What if I do this? And then do this. But I don't know if I want to push it away from me either. I'm out of the range of the seed drop now. So it just does both of those automatically. I feel like I might regret this, but you know what? I think hurting myself was maybe worth getting rid of both of them. And I guess I can just get rid of the Killer Blossom now. Okay, are we still kind of in the tutorial? Because now the past couple of battles haven't really shown any typical tutorial stuff. But, yeah, seems pretty fun on the whole so far. I still feel like there's a little bit of, I don't know. A little bit more left to understand, I guess, regarding this game. Yeah, let's do a little... Well... Yeah, if I could hit the beetle right now, I would, but I can't. So I think I'm just gonna heal myself in anticipation of getting hit. I'm glad that went first, instead of the slime that was right there. Glyph trap that inflicts damage on enemies that move into its position. Inflicts increased damage to flying units. Oh sure, now I get this. I would really like to get rid of the shaman. Of course, the shaman blinks away over there. Yeah, if I'm trying to get any damage on the shaman... what is that? Petrified monster. Okay, so it's gonna summon a glyph this turn. I suppose if I have the bomb beetle explode on this spot where I currently am, it will also damage the shaman. So, hiya. Yeah, that turn was going to be the glyph. Okay. Shaman be gone. Okay, you're just gonna hop this turn. In that range, okay. With my last action for this turn, I think I am going to discard that, because that's the one that makes me discard 2 cards. Right? Hang on. Discard up to 2 target library cards and gain 1 AP for each card. Yeah. I don't feel like I'm that desperate for AP. So basically, I'm card cycling here. I thought you were gonna... Okay, you hopped somewhere I did not expect. Ooh, hello. I can do the hook. Hiya. Hold up, would that have... Gain 1 AP for each card discarded. No, it would not have also given me another card. I mean, I would have drawn a card the next turn. Yeah, the other card, I... Discard. Trigger the effects below when the card is discarded. Cards... So does that mean I just draw a... I was drawing a second card because of playing that card? Or I guess if I had discarded that card with the other one, then I don't know. Anyway. There's some wording on these that's like the combination of different possible effects is a little more complicated than I would like. Like there's just a slight lack of explanation on how the cards interact with each other. Ooh, hello. I got some shards. Stairs. Health, yes, thank you. More shards. Gemstones, more shards. Treasure is plus starter. And plus another starter. I have no clue what those do yet. Maybe after I do this. Return to Adventurer's Town. So I guess this is all the stuff that I will leave with, and that kind of gets me out of this area, and then I could probably go to something where I can prep for the next one. Or that's the end of the demo. I would like to see some of that stuff that would have probably happened right after the end of what I got to. But, of course, that's just the tutorial. If I hit play demo, does that mean... Yeah, so, like, I guess there are more characters and such that you could play with, so at least there is that going on. So, like, I'm just double checking to make sure that there's not more stuff in general going on, though. So, next room shows a puzzle piece. Okay, but there's also fighting to do. So, I need to get rid of the plants, basically, before I get rid of everything else. You would think. Because finding a good opportunity, I mean, that's what I would figure is a pretty good opportunity. So, it looks like you get an extra treasure of some sort. Question mark? I don't think we had that with the other character. Okay. What do I... These objects are locked in time by the power of the Sword Saint. Oh, Sword Saint Shrine. Mysterious shrine in honor of the Sword Saint. It emanates a powerful aura of challenge. Okay. So the option is go up here, activate this, fight the enemies. Or you could just leave. But it seems like if you complete the challenge, you also get these chests. Okay. Much later, I have one major mark against this game. I cannot find a way to, like, save your progress in the middle of a dungeon. That, like... I know not necessarily every dungeon-based game has that, but for situations that you don't expect outside of the game, like, it's a really nice thing to have. And the fact that this doesn't have that, it's, ugh. If I were giving this a review score, like, I would automatically knock it down like a solid 2 points at least. Okay. Just a few more things to note about this game as I wrap up. First off, I went back and tried again to find a way to save mid-dungeon. That does not seem to be there. At least in the demo version. It might be in the full release. I would hope there's a feature like that within the full release, considering it apparently costs about $25. But, I mean, that's not necessarily a make or break feature. You would just have to be pretty sure that there isn't going to be a whole lot of, you know, stuff, a whole lot of potential interruptions if that feature isn't there. But, I will say, the main dungeon that's outside of the tutorial, the one that you get when you just hit play demo, that is definitely longer, and that's also where the extra rooms came into play. So it's also a lot more difficult. So it's got quite a bit more going on in the actual main part of the game. I think it's pretty obvious, even though I didn't show it here, that the resources that you collect and things like that, you know, those contribute to some, like, deck building elements. Maybe the shards are used for, like, leveling up your character, or some other form of buying things for customization of the experience. Either way, unless there's, like, a lot more, which I did look through the menus real quick, and it seems like there's, I want to say, around 7 different areas, 7 different, like, dungeon areas, potentially. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I saw some, like, names of places and things like that. It seemed like that's what those could have been. I'm a little hesitant to say that I think it's worth the full price, but there's definitely a whole lot more to do than what I have shown here. I think the concept is fine. It was not a terrible experience other than the lack of ability to save mid-dungeon. You also might need to be a little more careful and strategic than I was in this playthrough in order to really, get the most out of the whole experience and not die in the very first dungeon of the game, which ultimately happened to me. But, yeah. Otherwise, I don't really have any other thoughts on the game. As far as the quality of it, like, the graphical style is fine. It gives it some character, and the gameplay itself is fine, especially assuming that there's other things to do to, like, build your deck or customize your character's stats as you progress or different things like that. But anyway, last note, as far as like any family friendliness metrics would go, I don't see anything wrong with the game. Yeah, there's a bit of thinking and strategy, so like little kids might not do great at this game, but content-wise, I don't see anything that's like questionable content that is, like not appropriate for any age you could think of. So, yeah, not bad in that regard. Really not bad on the whole. Just not entirely sure about the price point being worth it. But anyway, lest I belabor any other points and go full-blown review style with this, I should probably wrap things up. So, as always, like and share if you enjoyed the video and want others to see it. Subscribe to the channel so you get the latest videos as I post them. Make sure you look down in the description for links to social media pages and the Discord where we can talk about stuff, and supporter page as well. You could sign up for memberships and get all sorts of cool kickback reward things, whatever you want to call those. And then down below the description, leave your comments with any thoughts that you have. That's going to do it for now. So I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you soon for another video. Don't really have a whole lot else at the moment planned as far as reviews or anything like that, other than maybe some like rewind reviews. I don't know if that's what you want to call them, where I go back and review games that I did full playthroughs of but didn't review before. But you'll just have to wait and see what comes up. So I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you soon. But whatever the case is, till next time, stay cool, people.